You may have noticed I am not Kim Chernin. And this is not a keynote speech on the HCG diet. This is a speech about how the EDRS did a courageous thing and said no to a weight loss presentation. Yes, let's applaud this. Why is this a courageous and important act? Because after all, isn't it just healthy to try to lose weight? Well, the conventional thinking about the pursuit of weight loss is that there's plenty of things that allow people to be healthy when they try to lose weight. But what you learn as an eating disorders clinician is it's more like this. The things that people do to lose weight mostly don't make them healthier. And if we look at this statistically, the people who try to lose weight, almost all of them are going to regain the weight that they're trying to lose. A few of them won't, but even of that group, there's going to be some people who develop eating disorders, and if not frank eating disorders, disordered eating. And so if we follow the path of the best outcome here, the best outcome, what we find is that less than 10% in any case of the people who try to lose weight are going to have a good outcome. And probably even more like 1%, I would say. Because when you look at studies that go at least 2 years out in follow-up, what you find is that most people who try to lose weight are going to weight cycle. And this is a fabulous, fabulous paper from 2007 by Tracy Mann and her colleagues that basically looked at how Medicare decides whether to pay for a treatment or not, and whether weight loss in the form of diets would qualify for Medicare. Now, in 2007, it was very clear that it does not qualify. We actually have the odd situation right now that Medicare is going to pay for weight loss treatment. So we have to explain what the heck is going on here, because what they find is that actually people who are trying to lose weight, if they don't just regain weight, they might gain more weight. And when they regain more weight, they tend to put it in places that are more metabolically problematic. So weight cycling is a big problem. I was at the Academy for Eating Disorders conference last spring, and Chris Fairburn was presenting results from his cognitive behavioral therapy with people with anorexia. And when I did the math in terms of weight cycling and in terms of people maintaining their weight restoration, it turns out that it was 6 times more likely for a person with anorexia to have sustained their restored weight 2 years out than for the average person to maintain their weight loss 2 years out. So this is complicated stuff. You know, it's just an odd situation that we have to explain. The failure of diets and the fact that people blame themselves is the engine that drives the weight cycling industry. And I would prefer that we call it the weight cycling industry, because that's what it is. When we say this is the weight loss industry, we're doing the marketing for them. We're pretending like people lose weight. And I think we need to stop doing that. I think we need to really call it weight cyclers. And in everything you write and everything that you talk about, it's just more accurate. And let's talk about the people who actually do keep weight off. This is a quiz. You're going to start the morning with, waking up our brains. Here's a quiz. I want you to take a look at these statements. I avoid anything with sugar or white flour. I carry a scale when I travel. My body would put on weight almost instantaneously if I ever let up. I weigh myself every morning and record the result in a weight diary. I drink 5 20-ounce bottles of water a day, and so on and so on and so on. Which of these do you think is coming from a person with an eating disorder? And which of these statements is coming from someone who has maintained weight loss? From like the weight loss registry. Any guesses? They're all the weight loss registry. They're all quotes from the New York Times Tara Parker Pope article recently. That's pretty amazing. And there's just this disconnect among people who are trying to help people lose weight that the people who treat eating disorders are going to have to try and connect. Because here's another little audio documentary that I found online of the Academy of the Sierras. This is a therapeutic boarding school for weight loss for adolescents. And if you go, Sarah Yam is the person who did this, and these are just little quotes from the tape. We really want to build a culture of weight control here. That's really what we want, is to have these kids be obsessed with being a weight controller. What we know is that the kids who are successful when they leave here are obsessed. There's nothing convenient about being a weight controller. It really does take that obsessive approach to really getting it done and doing it, but it's completely doable. And you know, a young person who was there was quoted, you know, talking about when she did the triathlon, she ate 1,800 calories a day, and that was way more than she should. And you know, and then a concerned mother is quoted in just saying the most obvious thing in the world, which is it seems like they're swapping one eating disorder for another. So when we see this, we have to start asking ourselves, are we prescribing for fat people what we diagnose as eating disordered in thin people? How is this possible?